What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, we're going to be talking about all things Superman Legacy. First of all, why I think this movie is truly going to be a peak superhero film. Second of all, I kind of want to just have like a heart-to-heart with you guys and explain why this movie is so important to me on a personal level. And also, I just want to talk about why this movie is so important to the superhero genre as a whole. This is going to be more of like an unedited rant type of video because I have a lot to talk about. And this is the thing. The reason I decided to make this video today in particular is because we got a picture of the cast all together, and man, when I saw that picture that James Gunn posted on Instagram, I had a smile on my face so big, and it lasted for like a half hour because man, this movie, I am just so through the roof excited. So listen, I have the picture in front of me. Let's take a look at it. I have it on screen here. And God, everyone just looks so thrilled. Listen, you know, it just seems like everyone's so on board, so excited to be a part of this project. That's what I love to see. One thing that kind of made me sad is like, damn, this used to be the Guardians of the Galaxy, and now he's moved on to his next family, James Gunn at least, you know, with the DCU. And man, look at this. We've got David Cornsweet here with our new Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, Mr. Terrific, Eddie Cathegi, who, you know, got done completely dirty in X-Men First Class. He got killed like instantly. We have Lois Lane, we have Hawkgirl, the engineer, we have Peter Safran, I don't know how to say his name, the producer, his best buddy, James Gunn, of course, you know, they're kind of together. We got Skylar Gizura, I don't know how to say his name, it's like Gizondo or something like that, and also, this guy on the right, the bald guy, he's playing like Morta, I don't know, something, he's playing another role, but man, I am just so excited for this film. Everyone looks so excited. We have our Superman here in the background. I mean, come on. It doesn't get more exciting than this. And again, you know, I'm not there for, you know, the table read that they had. I'm not there during the production. I wish I was a fly on the wall while that was going on. But it just seems like everyone's so happy. Look at this. Everyone's smiling, and that's how I felt too. Getting into things here, the number one reason why I wanted to make this video, besides this picture that just dropped today, that kind of more just reminded me, is because of the fact that we see this image, right? It's the cast all together. They start filming this movie next month. So think about it. At this very moment in late February, this is going to be the last time before we start to get some real information about this movie. Whether it's small plot details, whether it's David in the suit, whether it's the S logo, whether it's the actual logo of like the film's title. This is the last moment in time before we get that. Do we even know who the villain is? Not really. Yeah, sure, Nicholas Hoult's going to be playing Lex Luthor, but is he going to be the main villain, or is he going to be more like the Penguin in the Batman? We don't know, and that's the thing. This video is going to be like a time capsule, and at this moment, I'm going to make my prediction as to why I think Superman Legacy is going to be peak. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you. For the most part, besides, you know, the casting being great, which I could talk about all day, and yeah, that's cool, there's one reason as to why I think this movie is going to be peak. And it's pretty simple, and it's going to make me sound like a glazer, as some would say. It's because of James Gunn. James Gunn, listen, I don't stan many people on this earth. You know, stan meaning you're just like an obsessive fan. You defend them no matter what. No, I see the flaws in everything. I love the MCU, but trust me, I see the flaws in it. I love my team, the Jets, New York Jets for American football fans. Trust me, I see their flaws. The one person that I feel like I truly stan from a creative level within the movie sphere is James Gunn. James Gunn, in my opinion, is the greatest living superhero director, honestly, that's actively working at least. And this is the thing. When I look at Guardians of the Galaxy, right, that's an ensemble type of team that he's worked with. When I look at Suicide Squad, that's an ensemble type of team that he's worked with as well. That's what he's good with. But it's not just the fact that he's good at ensemble teams. It's the fact that he's good at writing great stories, writing great characters, and that's why I trust him so much with handling Superman and with handling the DCU as a whole. I cannot begin to express the fact that there is no one on this planet that I would trust to lead the entirety of the DCU and to make Superman Legacy other than James Gunn. I don't think that's an unfair statement to make. What other director would you trust to direct Superman Legacy, or even write Superman Legacy? Okay, yeah, there's great writers out there, but obviously the directors, those are the more, you know, popular people when it comes to the direction of the movie. But be honest with me, I feel like his vision, I I'm just so excited for it. Just from the casting, right? Obviously, James Gunn's both running the DCU and he's the director of this movie, like I said. So he's heavily involved with the casting of the whole franchise that they're making, this whole world, and just this film. Every single person that we've gotten so far, David Corenswet, Eddie Kathegi, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, everyone looks so fresh, so great. He's trying to get rising stars. He understands that we don't need A-listers in these roles. He gets that. He wants to make them A-listers. He wants to make this their main role that they're remembered for. And I'm so excited so far. I'm looking at this picture here. That's why I keep glancing over to the side for this film. It just feels like he has such a passion. He's always posting on Instagram about, oh, I'm reading this comic, or, I just met with Nicholas Hoult, whatever, this, that. It seems like he is so passionate. He's such a great comic book fan. I'm not even really a big comic book fan at all. Like, just the books, I'm saying, not like the movies. I love the movies. But it just seems like he has that passion, he has that creativity, and I have so much respect for him and what he does. He's proven, so that's why I trust him with this film. And one phrase that always gets thrown around, right? And I use it myself in my videos, if you've seen my videos before, and other reviewers use it a lot too, is cautiously optimistic. People go into a movie and say, you know what, I'm optimistic, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Because I don't want to say they're afraid to be wrong, they're afraid to be disappointed, but that's kind of what the reality is. And again, I use that phrase because, it's a very common phrase. But this is the type of movie where I'd rather just double down and just say, no, I'm not cautiously optimistic. I'm putting all my eggs in the basket. I cannot wait for this movie, and I am going to go into it expecting a masterpiece. And I never do that. Can't do that with MCU movies anymore. Prestigious directors like a Scorsese film, yeah, I'll go into that kind of expecting a great film. But in reality, you can't do that with movies anymore. Especially with, the writer's strike, where movies are being rewritten, this and that. But this film, James Gunn has been working his ass off on the script. He's, giving his fans information on Instagram, which I love. I love that he's so interactive with the fans. Him and the Duffer Brothers that run Stranger Things, they keep the fans involved with production without leaking too much, which I love. It just feels so exciting. Aren't you guys excited too? Getting into more of the heart-to-heart stuff, okay? Why is this movie so important to me? If I'm just going to be real with you guys, right? If you're comic book fans too, you've experienced what I'm talking about here. Comic book movies were so good, aka the MCU, up until 2019 with Endgame. The past couple of years, if you say you're a comic book movie fan, you're in hell. People are going to scoff at you like, this guy likes comic book movies. Me personally, I love comic book movies, but I also love foreign films, and I love this and that. I love all movies. But just the fact that I'm a comic book movie fan, I feel like people kind of judge you for that, honestly. Especially if you say you just love them. But it feels like the quality obviously has dropped. That's evident. I'm not sitting here defending that. But there's been some gems in there. But there's just so much negative discourse surrounding the hobby as a whole, the whole community. And I feel like Superman Legacy is a pivotal film to set up a new universe. Because listen, I get it. Next year we're getting Fantastic Four. Maybe we're getting Blade, the Thunderbolts, this, that, whatever. Captain America. But I don't know if I really trust those movies. I really don't know if I do. Especially Captain America 4. That movie's being reshot, rewritten. Superman Legacy has the opportunity to give us our new MCU. Seriously. I really mean that. And again, this is why I want this to be a time capsule. So in 505 days, I could see that movie, look back at this video and say, wow, he was right. Or wow, he was so wrong. This movie ended up being ass. This is going to set up our new MCU. The DCU, and I'm so excited for it. I'm not even really a DC fan. The funniest part about this, to me at least, again, getting into the personal stuff, I'm not even really a Superman fan. I don't think that there's been a good superhero movie involving Superman that's released in my lifetime at least, since 2002, that's been good. I'm not really a Man of Steel fan, not a Batman vs. Superman fan, Zack Snyder's stuff, whatever. Christopher Reeve I love. But I've always been a Spider-Man guy, and now I love the MCU, so I love all those characters. But I've never, ever really been a Superman fan. But that's what's making me so excited. Because James Gunn is making me excited for a character that I'm not even really that excited about. Personally. Because I know there's a billion Superman fans that love the character. I just feel like he's going to keep this true to Superman's roots, and I'm happy this isn't going to be an origin story. I know this rant's kind of getting, all over the place, but that's just kind of how I wanted this to be. And again, I feel like this is going to save the superhero movie genre. Something like the Batman 2 that's coming out the same year, yeah, that's going to be great. But when it comes to the connected universe stuff, that feeling that I want again, where yeah, we have great individual stories that also connect to the other stuff, that's what I like. That first Iron Man movie, that's what I look at, because that's what Superman Legacy has the potential to be. That was a self-contained, amazing story. Didn't set anything up. The only setup was that post-credit scene with Nick Fury. But it established Stark Industries. It just gave us a feel of the MCU as a whole. It was a great character-driven story. And James Gunn is so great at writing characters. I feel like this movie is going to be amazing. And I know I'm not even really basing that off of anything. But don't you guys just have a feeling? Look at this cast in this picture. They're all smiling. They just read the script, because this is after the table read, and look at their smile. And the thing is, yeah, I know that there's going to be like other characters in this movie too, like the engineer, like Hawkgirl. But James Gunn, like we said, does these ensemble movies great. And I know it's probably going to be mostly, Superman focused. If these characters show up, good, I want the universe to feel a little bit connected. Just a little. But overall, I just literally could not be more excited for this movie. Because it's so important to me that comic book movies have been looked at as a joke for the past couple of years. Rightfully so. But I still love them. I want every comic book movie to be good. Madam Web just came out. Look at that. I haven't even seen it yet. Because my AMC A-List account got suspended. So I'm not paying $17 to go see that piece of garbage. So I have to wait a couple of days until it gets unsuspended. And man, I mean, don't you guys know what I'm saying here? Obviously, this is just a rant. I know this is super unstructured. But it just feels like James knows what he's doing here. And again, I don't mean to glaze. I don't mean to be like slobbering all over him like, oh, all holy, James Gunn. But he's proven he can make great superhero films. So I can go ahead and say that I am putting all my eggs in this basket. If this movie ends up being bad, I honestly will be devastated. And it's funny because, like I said, I'm not even really a Superman fan. I love David Cornsweet. I think he's going to be awesome in this movie. When that casting came out, I was like, this looks like the perfect Superman. But man, just James Gunn's vibe, his feeling, maybe we'll get some good music in this. I just feel like it's going to be peak. I really do. And I hope that this kicks off our DCU, our next MCU. Because my MCU love, as much as it's kind of climbing back up with Deadpool 3 on the rise, the universe as a whole just feels so disjointed. Yeah, having a great project here and there is great, but when half of them suck, that sucks. And when all of them are disconnected from each other, they're not connected at all, that also sucks. I don't want Superman Legacy to be like, the Avengers. Oh, let's get all the characters in here. Let's get the Justice League in here. No, I want it to be about Superman. But I want it to feel maybe a little bit connected. I want Metropolis to feel alive. I just want this movie to be good. This is literally just a rant of my feelings because James Gunn, please, brother, I need you to make a good movie here. And I know that you're gonna. So listen, I know this video might come off as just like straight standing, just toxic positivity, but I never do that ever. You go watch my other videos. I'm never just so toxically positive about something. Half my videos about the MCU are me ranting about how terrible it is. And I love the MCU. But man, I just want to say that this movie is so important to the future of superhero films. If nobody goes to see this movie and it ends up being bad, superhero movies might be cooked. I get it. Oh, we have the Avengers movies. But dude, who are the Avengers? We don't even know. The MCU clearly has lost a step. I'm excited for Deadpool 3 as anything. I'm so hyped for that movie. But after that, I don't know. But yeah, guys, I know that I kind of said a whole lot of nothing in this video, and I was kind of just ranting. But I hope you guys just enjoyed my passion, my just love for comic book movies, my trust in James Gunn. I just look up to James Gunn. That's the thing. I'll get into that for a second. I really do look up to James Gunn. When I saw that video that he made, announcing the DCU slate, I could not have been more excited. And there's been one line that he said. It's 3 words that probably no one else remembers from that video. And that sold me. That's what sold me. He was talking about all these projects, but there's one line that he said, and it stuck with me till this day. He said, Storytelling is king. Storytelling is king. That's what I like to hear. He cares about the storytelling. Who cares about the cinematography? Oh, this, that, whose costume looks like what? No, I just want a good story. That's what I want Superman Legacy to be, obviously. But everyone's going to be crying about, oh, this suit doesn't look right, this, that. Who cares? Everything's going to look perfectly fine. This movie's going to probably have a $200 million budget, just like all these DCU movies. He said he's focusing on the storytelling. That is the most important part of any movie, obviously. But I'm just saying, it shows you how much he cares. It shows you how much he's going to keep this intact with like the comics and stuff, and how much passion he has. And this is why I think this film is truly going to be peak. This was easily my most disjointed video that I've ever made, because I'm just talking about random stuff now. But I don't care. I just really wanted to show my passion, because honestly, I had this bottled up inside of me because I saw this picture and I was just like going crazy. Can we just be excited for once? Superhero fans, we are so back. I know people always say that every 2 seconds when Marvel makes a good project then a horrible project, but it feels like it's DC's time to shine. I cannot wait for next year. Creature Commandos comes out at the end of this year. Very excited for that. The first official DCU project. But Superman Legacy being the first film, that's a huge deal. I don't know, man. It just feels like this next Superman could be like our next Iron Man, to where he's like leading, he's like our anchor of the DCU, and I'm just so hyped to see that. Again, I'm sorry that this video was so disjointed. If you made it up to this point, thank you so much for watching this entire video, this rant. I know that probably not that many people are gonna be, but yeah, again, this is super disjointed. I never usually make videos like this. They're usually more structured. But regardless, I don't really care. It's my channel, I guess, right? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's go. If you're excited for this movie, comment down below. Let me know just anything about the DCU, anything about superhero movies. I don't even care. I'm just in such a good mood right now. I'm just so excited. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm going into this not cautiously, optimistic as you could possibly be. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.